What is up, everybody? Welcome to some Yidris thunderstorm. Hope you're excited. Hope you're ready to survive that incoming storm. We got? Angus, Mr. 100% Angus beef over there. Stupid. As far as our opening hand goes, yeah, we're gonna keep on this one. Not too bad. Yeah, we'll keep. Hey, awesome, dude. Good luck. And let's get Yidris all set up over here. Yeah, I always enjoy the old commanders. That's really fun. I don't know. It's just like the old art. It makes me feel like we're playing I don't know, like an old man or something. There's old man Mackenzie back there. As far as our opening, yeah, let's go and put we'll just put the Steam Vince into play tapped, and then we'll go and pass the turn. Alright, so we're playing Yidris. He has trample. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, you make, whenever you cast a spell, it gains Cascade. Playing against Angus Mackenzie, for 3 color, prevent all combat damage to be dealt this turn, activate this only before combat. Okay, Dark Petition. A little far away from double and black. Let's go and get the breeding pool, put it into play tapped, and then we'll just go and pass the turn. Now, I'll kind of cover what we got going on with Yidris. So with this version of Yidris, what we're going for is just kind of real stormy action. It's pretty heavy on the storm. It's not like Maelstrom Wielder where you're looking to get a bunch of big stuff out there. This is kind of more of a spell-based deck. I think we're running like 7 creatures in here, a really low creature count. What we're looking to do is just the main thing we want to do is give Yidris double strike somehow. If we can give him double strike, then our spells gain double cascade, and then we can just cast a whole flurry of spells and just have a lot of fun. Actually, excuse me one sec. Okay, there we go. Nature's Lore. Let's go and fire that one off. So we're looking at and green. I'll kind of cover that sentence or that statement in just a second. What do we need to grab? We do need double black. Let's go and grab a Bayou. We're not going to be casting anything this turn. Yeah, we'll just grab an Overgrown Tomb, put it in play tapped, not pay that 2. And then let's go and get down Stomping Ground, not going to pay 2, and then we'll go and pass the turn. But yeah, so we're just looking to build like a whole assortment of spells. We do have some storm stuff in here. We have the Tendrils of Agony. We do have the Temporal Fissure, I think, the one where you can return target permanent to player's hand. And we do have it's the Cascade spell that you can cast spells from the top of your library. So if we're going to go big. We also have some fun spells in here. We have Army of the Damned, getting some 13/13 zombies. We have the Temporal something. It's the Delve card, triple blue, where you get to take an extra turn. And so that's always fun to cast, especially if you get Delve going. And they're also running some other Delve spells like Treasure Cruise and Dig for Time. That way we can cast it kind of cheap and then get that double cascade or that single cascade and hopefully hit something nice off of that. Okay. We got some. There's Treasure Cruise. I was going to get down Mana Confluence. Let's welcome Mr. Yidris. Okay, so let's go ahead and go. Let's go green on this one. Let's go black, blue, and then red. Get him down, and then we'll go and pass the turn. But yeah, it's been pretty fun. I've enjoyed it so far. There's some. This is the first game I'm actually recording with it. You know, I've put in maybe 3 or 4 matches with it, or maybe about 5 or 6 probably, and it's pretty fun. You know, it's a little air horn magic. We're like sometimes it's kind of, if you get double strike going and you just like, you can kind of go off on a turn and kind of close the game out in turn turn 6 or turn 7. So especially if they don't have an answer for Yidris coming in. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Definitely enjoy it. It's fun to go fast at Commander sometimes. You know, sometimes this deck is, you know, it's going to fall flat on its face, but other times, man, having a blast. Okay. Artful Dodge. Yeah, let's go and swing in. Get that Cascade going. And we have a little Dark Petition. We don't have Spell Mastery yet, but we're looking at 6. We could go for a Tassiger if we want to. Okay, so we've got the Cascade effect. Yeah, let's go ahead and go. Let's go Tassiger. Maybe we flip something nice, get a couple lands on the battlefield. Now we have a little bit of a beat stick, and nature's, ooh, beautiful. That's kind of exactly what we need. You're also running stuff where we get to untap our lands, so that kind of allows us to maybe do something main phase, swing in with Yidris, maybe cast. We have a what is it? We have Blood Mist. I think it's an enchantment from the newer set that allows us to give a target creature double strike. Uh-oh, Krosan Grip. There we go. Yeah, Nature's Will. It's one of those cards where like I didn't even know about. Well, like, you know, I've come across it in my Magic Commander days, but it's just one of those where you find it and you're like, oh my gosh, where have you been? Nature's Will. You belong in my Yidris deck, and so it's just kind of, it's always fun to have like a nice little what is the word I'm thinking of, like a strong appreciation for a card, and Nature's Will is definitely one of those. I think it was like a penny card or something like that, but it's always nice. I feel like that whenever I get a new aristocrat piece for an aristocrat deck. I'm like, hey, what's up, buddy? Welcome to the show, man. Or whenever we add a new member to the Church of Athers, that's always fun. Okay, so he's going to be able to activate his commander. He has enough mana, prevent all combat damage to be dealt this turn. We can go for an Aetherflux Reservoir. I guess we'll go and swing in just to kind of force the issue, make our opponent kind of tap out. Maybe they have some counter spells or something like that. But yeah, definitely Angus giving a nice little fog effect every turn is definitely going to complicate our double strike plans. Okay, so we got that damage being prevented. Our opponent has, looks like 3 mana up. So we probably will go for an Aetherflux Reservoir. And then maybe we can kind of chain some stuff together, chain some spells together. Get to that 50? Yeah, I like that. So I'm going to get Aetherflux down. And, even if we can't get Yidris up and running, there's fun stuff like Aetherflux Reservoir, where if we can get some nice little chain of spells going, and we can activate it for 50, that's always fun. I have yet to activate Aetherflux Reservoir, so it's definitely on my to-do list. I finally got to cast Rise of the Dark Realms the other day in one of my Atraxa videos. That was really nice. It's like, Magic doesn't have those achievement unlock moments in Magic, just because it'd be hard to come up with all those. But you have those personal achievements unlocked, and casting Rise of the Dark Realms definitely felt really good. I've had the card for so long and haven't got to cast it. So, okay, let's go and swing in again. Let's go and force that issue. And if we want to, we can also start activating Tassiger to get Treasure Cruise up and running, draw a few extra cards, especially when we crack that fetch. Okay, so we got the Angus activation, 100% beef, no combat this turn. And let's go ahead and crack this Scalding Tarn. If we want to, we could actually just go ahead and fire this. Well, we're going to take away from Spell Mastery on Dark Petition. What do we want to grab? We're doing okay on the clock. Always want to make sure of that. Because this is a deck where you can definitely eat up some time. We've got double red, it'd be good to grab another black source. Let's grab a black blue. Let's go for Underground Sea. That way we can just shock it in. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can actually leave Nature's Will in there. Well, that's an enchantment. That's going to be Spell Mastery. Yeah, let's go and fire this Treasure Cruise off. Looking at 1. We'll go and pay 1 life right now. We'll get the Aetherflux trigger. Oh, excuse me, I miscounted. We'll need to exile that Nature's Will anyway. Alright, so we're going to gain 1 life for that Treasure Cruise, and we're going to draw 3 cards. What we're kind of looking to do next turn is hopefully kind of... Ooh, Wheel of Fate. Yeah, that's pretty good. Temple of Epiphany. Yeah, going past the turn. So we can go Artful Dodge. That'll get Aetherflux up and running. Then we also have Factor Fiction. And we don't have Dark Petition just yet. I'd like to get Dark Petition online, so if we can get a few more cantrips. And we'll also suspend Wheel of Fate next turn if we want to kind of get the Aetherflux up and running. But also, on a side note, guys, if you want your very own storm shelter to survive the Yidris thunderstorm, head over to MTGOTraders.com. That's where they have nice little models over there. They even install it, too, for you. So nice. Very good service. Alright, so we got a Blossoming Sands coming in. Our opponent's going to gain 1 life. Yeah, there's some nice storm shelters over there. The Yidris thunderstorm kind of comes in hot sometimes, so you got to be careful. Always better safe than sorry. That's the motto. Let's go ahead and go. It's silly. Let's get down Temple of Epiphany. Let's get that Scry action. Or Scurry to my, what was it, Theros opponent who called it Scurry. Cultivate. Do we want that on top? Nah, I think we want to put that on the bottom. Okay, let's go and swing in right now. I feel you, man. Alright, so we're swinging in. Yeah, that's always a bummer when you get mana flooded. That's not fun in Magic. Definitely not. Okay, so we've got the prevent all combat damage. And I think what we may do is we may go for let's go for a Factor Fiction. Yes, if we can't get a few extras, well, we can wait to do it on our opponent's turn. We can suspend the Wheel of Fate. That's going to be 4 from now. Yeah, we'll go and do that. Maybe it'll get us into spots where we need to get that up and running. So we're going to go suspend that. We'll have just enough mana for Factor Fiction. And then, sorry about that. Phone was ringing. But yeah, we'll have just enough mana for Factor Fiction to cast on our opponent's turn. And if they have a counter spell, and you can make sure he has to leave up enough mana to activate Angus over there. But yeah, so I've played the deck a few times, and It's fun. I enjoy it. It's fun to go fast sometimes, and that's definitely what you're doing with this deck. But unfortunately, we got the fog effect, so we're not getting to go off. But when you get that double strike on Yidris, ooh, man, that's some good magic right there. Let's go with blue. Get this down right here. Pay 1 life for that white mana. Gain 1 off Aether Flux. See if we flip off this one. Temporal Fissure, Mystical Tutor, Sylvan Library. That's a nice little spread. I'm curious to see how they're going to split it up. We could go for the Storm piece, but we really don't have, a whole lot of cantrips or anything like that. Because we can return Angus to our opponent's turn to his hand with that Temporal Fissure. But then you can activate it. So we kind of, we'll have to get into a weird spot with that. Now, if it's Sylvan Library, Mystical Tutor, I actually kind of do like that spread. We may end up going for that, because that'll be some nice card advantage with Sylvan Library. And if we start chaining some spells with Aether, we'll go and do pile. That'll be pretty good right there. Let's choose pile 1. Goes to our hand, and we've got 8 cards in hand, so we'll have to chunk 1 card in the graveyard. I think what we'll do... Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that was the end of our opponent's turn. I was getting... For some reason, I thought we got mixed up on the phases right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and go. Let's go and swing in, get our opponent to activate. And we're actually building a nice... I think we do have... we do have Spell Mastery for Dark Petition, so if we kind of want to get into some shenanigans over here, we can. And we do have Mystical Tutor. Yeah, I think we're in a pretty good spot. Let's go and get this Badlands down. Let's go ahead and fire off Dark Petition. So we're looking at black... Well, that'd be enough. Dark Petition will add the 3 mana, and then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fire off a Mystical Tutor. That'll put us down to 5. Then we have Yawgmoth's Will. Yeah, let's go and do it. Let's go and go for it. Let's get some triggers up and running. So we can go for Cabal Ritual, which will add 5 to our mana pool. Adding to the storm count. Let's go and fire Cabal Ritual. No, we don't. Oh no, we have how many cards in the graveyard? We've got 5 cards in the graveyard. Let's go and fire Mystical Tutor off. And what are we gonna grab? Let's go ahead and grab. We can go Mind's Desire. We are at storm count 2. Yeah, let's grab. Yeah, Mind's Desire. Let's go and fire Cabal Ritual off. Get that extra mana right there. Let's go and fire off Yawgmoth's Will. Okay, fire that off. We got Yawgmoth's Will. Let's go Cabal Ritual. Oh, there we go. Okay, kind of get it up and running. Add that black mana to our mana pool. And let's go and fire off Dark Petition. No, excuse me. Let's go and fire off. We'll fire off Mystical Tutor. And then that'll be just enough, just in case there's something crazy going on. Put Vampiric Tutor on top. Activate. 50 over there. Beautiful, beautiful, man. Feels so good to get a little Aether Flux. Sorry right there. I kind of paused during the storm part right there, just because this is kind of one of the first videos I've recorded with it. So I was making sure, I'm new to Storm too, so I'm kind of making sure that we kind of sequence it right there. But that was enough to get the Aether Flux Reservoir up and running. So you can see where, you've got all these little cantrips in here, and it's a lot of fun to play. So, alright guys, if you enjoyed it, like and subscribe. Thanks guys.